We love hip hop.
Vlad, and I don't even know who is with anymore. It's with Aries Spears. He's the main focus right now, okay? But it started with Boosie. Right now, where we are in this VladTV versus his guest saga is a defamation suit from Aries Spears, okay? So I'm going to play a clip over here, courtesy of VladTV. This is kind of how it's going.
I'm here.
That's basically what happened.
It's actually so funny.
I'm playing. But like, technically, from what the guy's rapping in there, that's basically what happened.
What's the definition based on?
So
defamation.
Aries Spears is claiming right now that Vlad, from the way that he was talking in his interview, he's saying that, you know, because Vlad said that he was rude to his crew. Okay.
For defamation.
He was rude to his crew. He needed a makeup artist. I guess he revealed how much he was getting paid, which is $4,000 an interview. But that wasn't like the issue. I think it was being rude to the crew, right?
None of that is defamatory.
Well, this is what he thinks. And I'll play a clip from Aries Spears. I'll play the real thing.
I'm about to sue you for defamation of character. This is about to get ugly. Because now you're just making shit up. I saw the clip where you said your staff, as in multiple people, said that I was disrespectful to them. Your staff, you got one guy that's in the studio with you.
One.
And that's the cameraman. And the only interaction I ever have with your camera guy is when he mics me up. And I signed the tablet saying you could use my light. I ever exchanged between me and the one guy in the studio besides you. Your staff, and I'm disrespectful, you have a lawsuit coming. You're lying. To the people that watch Vlad, he is a liar.
Is he dumb? Yo, I could have one employee, bro. That's my staff. What are you talking about?
I guess he was trying to imply that Vlad made it seem like it was multiple individuals.
For defamation, like it has to be like so clear, so like black and white. And even if the camera, like even if Aries wasn't rude, but if the cameraman perceived it to be rude,
there's no lie.
There's no lie in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. That's just stupid.
I think he's just holding on to strings of whatever he can off of this because like him now, you know, bucking up because he thought that he was the only one left. And then right after that, Vlad brings on Tony Yayo. He brings on academics.
Sheesh.
And he makes them ask him about this shit, which is turning it up like crazy.
No, the man's getting hundreds and thousands of views each clip.
And he's on his own. Yes, he has his own podcast. Cool, right? His podcast does okay. Does not
but this clip, we're not watching it on his YouTube channel. We're not watching it on his source.
Correct.
We're watching it on like a random Instagram video or we're watching it on a random Twitter. So he's not getting monetized off this.
You know what he's going to say? Or what I would imagine he's going to say? I don't give a shit about all that stuff. Who cares about the fucking views, man? I'm going to get my message out there. And it'd be stupid when guys think like that. Old heads be doing that shit. It's like, fam, go monetize your message.
Because like, how come now it's not about the money, but when it was with Vlad, it was about the money.
It was about the money, yeah.
You're trying to get every dollar, every cent you can. But now it's not like, come on.
We don't care about all that social media shit.
But I also understand where Aries Spears is coming from because even though Vlad's telling the truth, let's like argue he's telling the truth. The amount of coverage that Vlad's doing and the amount of traction it's getting, I'm sure other people are looking at Aries like different now. And maybe that might affect his bottom line. Maybe he's getting booked less because people don't like the way Aries handled it. But at the same time, that's how he chose to handle it. I think this is like a dud suit. Like it's dumb. I don't even think he has enough money to take Vlad to court for real. And I think Vlad would fight it. I don't think Vlad's going to settle with this guy. Like I feel like he's going to be like, nah, okay, you want to lawyer up, lawyer up. He has way more ammo in that sense.
I think Vlad won $350,000 in a lawsuit against
Rick Ross. But that's because they beat him up.
Yeah, but like he took them to court and he won. Like Rick Ross is supposed to be rich, have good lawyers too. You know what I'm saying? But not as good as Vlad.
You know, it's so unfortunate because, and this kind of underlines the point that it's not about how talented you are, it's about the relationships you build. Because in my opinion, Aries Spears is one of the best impersonationists or impersonators of all time, impressionists of all time.
Yeah.
And he's a really good stand-up comedian. He's smart. He has good crowd work. Like he has like the raw skill as a comedian to be one of the best of all time, but because of his poor relationships with people, his poor attitude, or maybe it's like a work ethic thing. I'm not gonna say he doesn't work hard because he does.
Yeah.
But like,
It's a work ethic thing, bro.
you think so? Like entitlement almost?
Fam, the man, he even said in his own interview, like, oh, I'll just be sitting around on a Tuesday and Vlad will call me up. Why would I not go make an extra bread? Bro, why the fuck are you just sitting around on a Tuesday?
I know,
where
right?
Vlad could even Vlad said that, like, oh, the reason why Aries Spears was on my channel so much is because the nigga's always available.
Yeah,
and
it's
he
too,
lived right
too
down the
accessible.
street. Yeah.
Bro, if I'm that talented, I'm making my own bags. I'm not waiting for niggas to give me handouts. Like, so I do understand what you're saying, that like relationships is important, but there are some people where it's just like, okay, you're not gonna be the most corporate friendly, like you're not gonna be the best. Like you have to kind of find other avenues to get to it. Cause like we live in the real world, fam. You can't just cry and like just expect people to like keep you fed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think it's a combination of both. It might be his work ethic. I think he's willing to work when it's time to work, right? But his attitude sucks so much that over the years, he's probably burnt mad bridges where it's like, I don't want Aries working on this production. I don't want him in the same room as me type shit.
Yeah, you know what I would compare it to? I'd compare it to someone who, like, let's say they're a rapper and all they want to do is rap. They're like, yo, this is I'm bred for this. I'm born for this. No one could touch me. So I feel like he's like that with stand-up comedy, but he doesn't realize that being a star or being a comedian is more than just the actual stand-up comedy. It's about, doing your rounds, doing your podcast, the relationships, being in movies.
I don't know, man. I disagree because yes, I agree with he does love stand up from what I can hear
He's a
from his
purist.
interviews.
Like,
But he came from sketch comedy. He came
Yeah.
from Mad TV.
Yep.
Them mans had aspirations to get comedic roles in movies and stuff
Exactly.
like that. And everybody else went and did what they had to do because they were probably way better at freaking networking and relationships. And he stayed where he was.
And not only just that, to your talent point, there are some people who are at the top of the game right now that are super major assholes, fam, that are like probably the worst to work with. But because they're so talented or they're so valuable, people just like they suck it up, or like they just deal with whatever bullshit. I don't think Aries Spears' value is that great where people are just like they'll look the other way.
Willing to
or-
deal with the bullshit.
You know what I mean?
It'd be more like a Kevin Hart. Like if we heard Kevin Hart was an asshole behind the scenes, but the level of talent that he brings to the screen and all of that is so much more value. Like I heard this about The Rock. I've heard this about
Vin Diesel.
but then I've also heard this about Meek Mill.
But the thing with Kevin Hart is you can argue that it's not even a talent thing with him. I'm not saying he's not funny, but it's a work ethic. He's a hard worker.
Super worker.
And he knows how to network, and he actually tries to connect with people. He connects with the youth. If there's a new streamer or something, he's not so close-minded where he was like, oh, like, I just know how everything goes and that this new generation is garbage.
Yeah.
That's how Aries Spears is. Aries Spears has that mentality of like, man, I don't listen to that shit, man. Like, yo, this is what we do. Like, I don't mess with that stuff. That's weird.
Fam,
and like,
he didn't know
close-minded.
who the clips were, and he just said, well, they must be garbage because I don't know who they are. And I'm like, bro, like,
that mindset is why you get nowhere.
Yeah, like if you heard one of their songs, you'd be like, oh, I know who they are. But in that setting, in the Vlad interview, because you don't remember or couldn't, can't put a song to the name, you're like, oh, they must be shit. You know what I'm saying? He brings that attitude everywhere. And bring it back to the Meek Mill point I was just about to say. He doesn't, with all due respect, Meek Mill's talented, but he doesn't have that undeniable rap talent where it can surpass his assholeness. And I've heard a lot of people complain that he's an asshole behind the scenes. But if he was Drake, with the level of talent that Drake has, he might get away with being an asshole sometimes. Because we need you.
And I think even if your talent is undeniable, like, someone's got to like you. Like, there's a likability involved.
Yes.
Even if they think you're an asshole, like, someone at the top is going to be like, you know what? I know he's an asshole, but him and I are cool. We chop it up. We drink. We smoke together, whatever.
There's somebody who fucks with
There's
you.
a likability aspect, and I feel like Aries Spears lacks that in the industry.
Yeah.
Respectfully, that's how I got the Sexy Red concert. Still, like the person like that runs it, because we're having a discussion or whatever, right? She's like, yo, I've been wanting to work with you. I've been seeing your rants and shit, but I actually fuck with your energy. I fuck with your message and stuff. A lot of people are scared to say shit. So like she booked me for Grenada. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be going to Grenada Carnival and the Sexy Red stuff, you know what I mean? But I know that like that's not most people. But I just in my mind, I'm just like, I just have to make myself so valuable where like the right people find me and I'm able to work with the right kinds of
Yes,
people. and
but
shit.
Natural, you're not an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like you say some wild shit on the podcast and everything, whatever. But like even like from on the podcast, like you're always with people. If you're an asshole, people wouldn't want to be around you, fam.
That's fair.
You wouldn't be like, yo, I pulled up to the club with 2 shotties. Oh, my homie freaking dem dog or my homie this.
That's
None
true.
of these people want to be your homie. If you're an asshole behind the scenes, you're
That's
not.
true.
And even if you're an asshole to people like in your regular life, when it comes to business, like you're very on top of it. You're communicating well, respectfully. So it's like, I think it's the business aspect too, where it's like, you can be an asshole in your regular life. Shoot, you might be cheating on all your girlfriends, whatever. But it's like when someone wants to pay you, you're talking to them, you're responding to them quickly, you're working with them, and you have clients that come back to you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really about that business acumen and building those connections.
No, real talk. I think in the end of the day, Aries is gonna regret this whole crash out. Just even because like right after he crashed out, everybody that he talked about is like literally still there. You know what I'm saying? But
and this was his only bag. Like who else is paying to talk to him?
Nobody.
Can I tell you guys something? And I think I told you this. He was in Toronto one time and I DM'd him from Borough Sound. I'm like, how much for an interview? Do you remember I told you this?
I DM'd him around the same time.
And
go.
I believe, I'm not even joking, I think he said $500.
For real.
And then I tried to look at the message, he deleted it. But there's a DM like conversation thread with me and him, and he's like, all right, because I saw like, okay, like let me know when you're back in the city. But it was so low. It was like $5 or like $1,500. It was so low. It was surprisingly low where I was like, oh shoot, like I can actually afford you, you know?
Oh yeah, he deleted yours. He didn't delete mine.
How much is it?
Hold on, air horns. They're not air horns. $5,
right?
Exactly.
Okay, so I was right.
Holy.
So the fact that Vlad's giving you 4 bands, but Friday Ricky Dread and DJs are only got to give you $5 for the same convo.
Ooh, don't let Vlad hear that. Woo.
Vlad. I hope Vlad has seen this. He told us $5, and this must have been like within the last year.
Fam, if you DM'd him around the same time he was in Toronto, like I DM'd him too, fam, and I just didn't have it at the time.
Me too. I was like, yo.
But he's you guys should have pause. You guys should have collabed.
But I think he had left. Like, because I remember I was talking. We talked about it, and we're like, yeah, like we should get this interview. It's actually affordable.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. But you'd be surprised how many stars are like broke.
You know, there's some UK guy who pulled up the other day. I don't even remember his name, so I'm not. I wish I could remember his name because I would literally ball it out on the show right now. Okay, he pulled up the other day. His peoples hit me up behind the scene. Yo, he's gonna be in town. I checked his following. He got 1.1 million followers. Drake's following him and shit. I'm like, okay, let's line up the interview.
Yeah,
cool. We set the date. Everything's cool for the date. The day of. He's like, yo, is interview still going on? I'm like, yeah, it's still going on. And he's like, okay, so it's gonna cost this much to do the interview and Ray Tay Tay. I said, what?
He said that last minute, eh?
I didn't know I had to pay.
How much did he say?
I don't even remember the amount.
Was it a lot?
No, he didn't even give me the amount yet. He was like, so yeah, so we're gonna be able to cover the cost for the interview.
Like cost.
And I was like, I didn't know it cost money for an interview.
That's crazy.
But like, why wouldn't you tell me this up front?
Exactly.
Wait till the day of and just expect me to just know because you just that popping? Like, nah, nigga, I don't know who the fuck you are, bro. Just because Drake follow you. I don't even want to hear what the price is.
And there are people hit you up.
Yes.
That's crazy. Don't hit me up to pay you. What the fuck?
Exactly.
I hate when men do that.
Right? And there is one rapper that I wish I can get on the show. People regularly put him in the comments and say, yo, you need to get him on the show. I've had his homies on the show, but when I hit him up, he wants to ask me for $5 or $2 or $3. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't that special. I never said this to him, but like, you're not that special for me to be paying you.
Is it a Toronto rapper?
He's a Toronto rapper.
I'm not going to ask him more questions.
Let's leave it alone. You guys are not even going to be able to guess. That's the thing.
Really? Yeah? Okay.
It's like we don't even know him, or do we know him?
You guys do probably maybe know him.
Can you give us 3 guesses? If we get it, you'll tell us?
Okay, so how do I give these guesses? So it's not one of the regularly blogged street Toronto man dem. It's not from that.
Is it Bond?
Hmm?
Bond?
No.
Okay. Because that guy tried to ask us for money one time.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, no.
We're letting it all out here today.
I was with Natural. That you're his boy now. You guys are best friends now, so you're not gonna say nothing.
Not at all.
Okay, so it wasn't
I'll
Bond.
diss that nigga right now.
What?
It wasn't Bond,
Okay.
but like I said, it's not like that style of like the top 5 burner bands or those kind of rappers.
Non-street rapper,
but still street rapper. Oh. So they're not the street mandem rappers, but they're street rappers that are more lyrical. Ooh, more hints.
Did they work with Kanye?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
But it goes into that vein. Because the people that you're thinking of, like maybe a Sean Leon, right? They're not like considered the street guys.
Exactly.
They're more lyrical,
Exactly.
but they're not the street guys. There's still a genre of rappers that there's streets, but they're lyrical streets. Remember, there's different genres of rap, right?
street but not street.
They're streets, right? They talk about drugs and rap and guns and stuff like that, but they can actually rap.
I don't think it's the Crook. Oh, it is.
No, it's not the Crook. It's not the Crook. No, it's not the Crook.
Okay.
But because the reason I made that face is because the Crook, he's kind of in that weird space where he's lyrical, but he's still in the category of the mandem.
Okay, so he's non-mandem street rapper.
Yes.
Is he white?
Now I'm giving you too many hints.
Okay, he's definitely white. That's what you meant by non-mandem, okay?
No, I didn't. That's not what I meant. Because there's black guys who are in that category, right? They are mandem. But they're not like what I'm talking about. Exactly. They're not in that genre.
Hood man.
They're not gonna go spin.
They talk about that type of stuff too, but the guys who are, how do I put this? Because the category of like top 5s and Pressas and all those guys, some of those guys, they're lyrical too, but they're not put in the lyricist category. They're just the Toronto hoodmans. They're on the blogs all the time or whatever. Yeah. These other guys are Toronto hoodmans too, but they're lyrical rappers. So for example, like Benny the Butcher, he's a lyrical rapper and he's a hood nigga, bro. Yeah, exactly. So you're not gonna tell me like Benny the Butcher's not one of the hoodmans. Exactly. But he's in the vein of the hoodmans who are lyrical. The people I'm talking about, or the person I'm talking about, is in that vein. You get me?
Yeah, I already did 2 guesses, so I'll give you.
You're not. This is why I'm saying it's not going to be that easy to guess. If it was like one of the mandem, you guys could just run through all of the names. You can be like, oh, the Crook, Presser, and then we could just pick one. You're not going to be able to guess because you're going to have to go look on Instagram and be like, yo, which one of these lyrical guys keep on asking Friday? And I'll say, I asked Dusty for like $5. Trust me, you're not getting it, homie. But yeah, let's move on. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.